Hi, everyone. Today is Thursday, January the 18th, 2024, and I am essentially re-recording the video that I uploaded yesterday, which is about Saturday's conjunction of Sun and Pluto in the nakshatra of Abhijeet. And without further ado, because this is actually better in a sense that I can share my screen and show you the apps that I look at, and these are free, so you can also very easily look at this. And I'll show you this while I'm essentially reading my article, but also sharing, some additional sort of detail that may not get into it when you write in sort of a publishable form. You do tend to, or I tend to get a little more succinct and tight, and then sometimes things get missed out, like explanations of certain points that may or may not be obvious depending on your level of Jyotish study. Okay, so without much ado, let's go for this. Here, show screen. Where is my share screen? There we go. Share screen. Let's just share desktop and share sound. Let's go. No, come on, really? Okay. So what I like to do is I like to go to a website called Drik Panchang, DRIKPANCHANG. And then it defaults to your, to your city, usually. This time, don't know why it didn't, but here we go. Santa Clara, where's my Santa Clara? No, there we go. Okay. I was in San Jose, that's why. And then it remembers your location for like a day. But anyways, this is the Panchang for today, okay? All right. This is the Panchang for today. And I'm going to move ahead to the Panchang for Saturday. And it's pretty easy to use. We're going next day, because it's only 2 days away. Now, this is the Panchang for this coming Saturday, okay? It's the fire of the day, the fire energy of the day is with Saturn, Shani, right? Saturn's day, Saturday. The fire of the day resides with Saturn. The lunar day, which is this one, the Tithi, is Ekadashi, which means the 11th day. This means that the water or emotional energy is with the planet Mars. The sun, now the sun and Pluto are together in Abhijeet, while the moon will be in, as you can see here, Kritika and then Rohini. And as I was saying in yesterday's sort of explanation there, that Kritika is more of like the Adam energy, if you go by like the Genesis Bible book, right? Or I mean, the Genesis book in the Bible. Kritika is more the Adam energy, and Kritika, I mean, sorry, there's the Lilith energy right before that in Bharani, then the Adam energy more in Kritika, and then the Eve energy in the Garden of Eden sort of begins here in Rohini and Mrigashira. So, so just keep that in mind. I'll come back to that. The yoga, which is the sort of vibe of the day, the yoga is really how the ethers are functioning, the space between the space. And this one is lorded by Shukla. Shukla is lorded by goddess Parvati, and Brahma by, according to some texts, by the Ashwini Kumaras, and by others, the Pitris. Now, there is some question sort of whether this means one is influenced by the Pitris, therefore they should go towards the Ashwini Kumaras, or whether one is influenced by Ashwini Kumaras, therefore one should turn to the Pitris. If you know much about astrology or about Vedic astrology, you'll know that the Pitris are sort of more the ancestral energy, and the Ashwini Kumaras are very young, kind of youthful vibe. So there's that happening here, okay? And the Karan of the day, which is the Karan is interesting. The Karan is, if you spell it the way you spell carne asada in a Mexican restaurant, you know, carna, meat, right? And karna is also karna, the reason why, and karna, meat, the reason why, the meat of the day, what is made manifest that day. That's how to really look at karna, okay? So the karna of the day is Vanij, and the latter part is Vishti. Now, Vanij is ruled by goddess Mahalakshmi, and Vishti is ruled by goddess Bhadrakali. Okay, so one has a more transformative energy, but Bhadrakali is also very protective, actually. If you perform like austerities and such, then Bhadrakali is very good to you. And Vanij, who is lorded by goddess Mahalakshmi, is of course, you know, the bestower of all prosperity. So there is that sort of, very, what I've written in my article here is that this is a rather unity in evoking day, right? And not necessarily one where we would all get swept up into singularity and rapture and all that, but one where we might have the potential to dispel the divisive tendencies within our own being, if not the world around us. And God knows we need that. So with that, I'm going to show you how I look at the skies, because I think this is sort of the most reliable way to explore the cosmos, just see what's out there, right? And now we even have the technology that shows us what's out there right now at any given time. I love this website. It is called, here actually, let's see if I don't know if you're able to see this, but here, let me maybe make it sort of smaller, exit full screen. Yeah, this is what the website is called, specifically stellarium not slash dash web.org, STELLARIUM dash WEB.org. And it's free and it's awesome. And here you can even, turn off landscapes. You can see what's under the beams. You can turn off atmosphere. You can turn on, where's the thing? There's a way you can turn on the sky actually, which is pretty cool. Let's see, this is present time? No, this is present time. Okay, yeah, look at that. Look at that. This is the sky right now where I am. This is what it would look like. And this would be sort of the picture of the sky, right? That would be the midheaven point, right? Right here, like sort of a 10th house zone. The way to look at it also, so this would be 10th house. This, here, let me show you. Let me remove atmosphere for a sec. The sun has risen in the east, right? This may look a little bit different to some of you who are used to seeing, well, like first house is usually depicted on this side, so why is it here? It's because the sun rises in the east, right? And so the way to really look at it, and right now I'm wishing my screen was a touch screen thing, but okay, let's do this. Yep, like this. So yeah, so this is sort of how it would go. You have to sort of read it backwards because, the first house, the seventh house, and this right here is the midheaven, right? Now I'm going to actually go ahead to the date of the 20th, okay? And I'm going to also make it a little bit later in the day because then you'll see. So the sun is conjunct with Pluto, and let me show you that because it's not obvious here, because Pluto is so far away, right? See, you can't even see. There it is. You see that? So the sun transits the nakshatra of Abhijeet between January 20th and Jan 24th of the calendar year. Now, we may have to do some sort of correction for that because the actual fact is that it is 200 and so the way to calculate this correctly is you look at the true spring equinox this year and the previous year, and then you find the and then you make that sort of into a circle. You take between 277 degrees and 282 degrees of that circle. And that is actually your true dates when the sun transits Abhijeet. But roughly speaking, Abhijeet resides between, and Abhijeet, by the way, oh yeah, I see, this is why if I write it in an article, it kind of goes, is a lot tighter and more succinct than this sort of conversation, right? Abhijeet is Lyra, essentially. For all you Westerners who don't, don't follow the lunar mansions or the nakshatras, Abhijeet is essentially Lyra with Vega as its main yoking star. Yeah, and Abhijeet is located at 6 degrees and 6 degrees 40 seconds to 10 degrees 55 seconds, almost 11 degrees of sidereal Capricorn, which approximately equates to 0 to 5 Aquarius in the tropical system. Yeah, so 0 to 5 Aquarius. Now, each of these nakshatras, right, these interstellar energies, according to Vedic literature, they have a deity that resides in and presides over these areas, right? So here I'm going to go back to Vega. Here we go. Come on. Here we go. So yeah, so who is supposed to be the one who lives here in Vega? Well, that would be Brahma, the main creator god himself, but Brahma not in his progenitor Prajapati form, but Brahma in the form of Vidhata. Okay, now that prefix is for something special, and Dhata is a giver. So this is a very, very special giver, an energy force that gives special boons. Yeah. Now each nakshatra has a sort of a quality, a guna, as they say, a gun, right? And this one's quality is sattvic. Now, sattvic, um, it's loosely translated as pure, but that's not what it actually means. It doesn't mean like scrub this piece of plastic and it'll become pure. No, it means internally authentic, internally like possessing integrity. So like some random crap that is marked organic in a store, but has been produced in like a really bad way. That's not sattvic, okay? That's a thing that's labeled organic, but something that is true, right? And which is why, gold, coming back to gold, my favorite topic, is the ultimate sattvic and mix for true and sound money because it is pure and it cannot be artificially inflated like fiat slash by force, because fiat means by dictate. So it is not something that responds to BS basically, or to any like fake artificial money printing, digit generation, nothing like that. It's pure, it's true, it increases actually, gold increases at the same rate as the population increases. That's actually a true fact about gold. It goes up, the amount of gold goes up with in direct proportion to the amount of humans increasing on the planet. And that is because we all have a little micro sliver of gold in our hearts, actually. So, but okay, I'll come back from gold, back up into the stars. So the Shakti, the power or the energy of this asterism is called Apradrishya Shakti. Now, Apradrishya is an amalgamation of the terms Apradishya and Aparajita. Okay. Now, this means Aparajita means you cannot, you are not defeatable. Like that's it. Like you cannot be defeated. And Apradrishya is irreversible. So it's essentially the power to win an incontestable, conclusive, ultimate victory in an irreversible manner. And now, mind you, like, which president of which country gets inaugurated when the sun is in Abhijeet between, Jan 20th and Jan 24th? Yep, you got that right. The United States, right? So now the Trimurti principle, or the Vedic Trinity, so to speak, which it comprises, the Vedic Trinity comprises of three energies of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Now Brahma is for Shrishti/creation, Vishnu for Sthiti, which is maintenance, and Shiva is for Laya and Samhara, which is destruction or transformation. Now, typically, each nakshatra is only assigned one Trimurti principle, right? However, Abhijit has the energies of all three Trimurti principles of creation, maintenance, and destruction. And as such, this is one of the most, or not one of the, this is the most powerful nakshatra because of its flexibility with which one can harness the energy of this nakshatra. The nature of this nakshatra is Shipra and Laghu, which translates to swift and light. The other nakshatras of this nature are Ashwini, the twin horse-headed healers, Pushya, which is sometimes known as, the cows are the nourishing, this and that, but actually Pushya is a war strategy nakshatra, and Hasta, which is, there's so much misunderstanding even about that one, but there's actually a lot of divine stuff that can be made manifest in Hasta. And Hasta is also, the one where, well, I won't go much into that, but I should probably make a separate video on Hasta. Otherwise, I may go off on a tangent here. So this bit about the other swift and light nakshatras being Ashwini, Pushya, and Hasta, this is very interesting in terms of the implications, of what that might mean. And I leave it to your own meditations. Now, the Varna or of Abhijit is Vanij, which is this again loosely translates to trade and mercantile exchange. But it's more like the sort of, negotiation, getting help if you don't have a certain strength, reaching out to an ally to get that strength from a partnership and that sort of energy, right? It doesn't just mean, oh, you if you have this vantage or a trader sort of classification, you should be in business. No, that's not what it means. Even if you're a doctor, say, you are benefited by gaining allies who will help you where you are weak. Whereas in other forces, other sort of other ones may have a strong point of, no, you don't want to collaborate, you want to like learn it all yourself and reflect on it. So that's sort of the differential, right, between that. So this nakshatra essentially translates to one where trade, mercantile exchange, collaboration, negotiation, scheduling, exchanges, trades, where one desires an unchallengeable and irreversible victory is desired. That's where this is a good one, right? Now, the Purusharth, or the primary motivation, is Kama. Now, Kama is, Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. Now, many people translate Kama as desire, but actually it aligns more with the survival instinct, because why do we, quote unquote, desire anyone, right? At the root of it is or why do we even like desire money or desire fame or desire anything? It is because we are trying to self-propagate into the future in some way, right? Or to survive. And so I found Kama to align far more with the survival instinct rather than any sort of quote unquote desire. This sort of aligns even with the element, which is Vayu or air or prana or breath. And because we all need prana, breath, to survive, that's for sure. Now, the planetary herald that transmits the energy of Lyra, right, of Abhijit. The planetary herald usually, see, again, this is where this one is different because each nakshatra has one planetary herald in the Vimshotri Dasha system, right, which is a timing technique system. But this one has both the sun and the moon. And this is the only nakshatra in one system that has two planetary heralds, and both are luminaries. And so this makes this nakshatra powerful both during the day and the night. Now, legend has it that this nakshatra is also the birth star or shadow planet, Ketu, or the south node. Now, whether or not that's true, we do know that Ketu gets directional strength here in the 10th house, yeah, and the 10th house of Capricorn, in the natural zodiac, that is. Now, it's also said that Hercules of Greek mythology resides in this portion of the heavens, and we'll see that real soon. Now, what's interesting is that Hercules also sounds like Hari. Well, in Vedic lore, it also Harikul is here in this area. Now, Hercules, Harikul, they kind of sound similar, don't they? Here we go. And now I'm really wishing I had the touch screen here because that make it so much easier. But here we go. There's Harikul, right? And this is also where sort of this, where this the lore here with the, you see how he's fighting snakes, right? There's a lot of this sort of creation, destruction, regeneration, creation again, all this energy is all here together, right? Yeah. Anyways, I myself want to sit and meditate on that now. The transmitting principle of this nakshatra is Rishi Marichi, who is the forefather of Kashyap Rishi, who is the father of the 12 solar Adityas. Now, the 12 solar Adityas, they also correspond, in my view, to Jesus's 12 apostles. Well, that's a whole different exploration. And it is also believed that at some point, perhaps about 19,000 years ago, and there's actually an excellent astronomer, professor from somewhere in the Midwest, Dr. Aditya Togi. Yes, Dr. Aditya Togi, I think is his name. He, if I can, I will post one of his videos here where he has explained, the precession of the equinox and everything. But yeah, perhaps 19,000 years ago, so perhaps. And I'm thinking in the next several generations, again, this phenomenon is going to happen, where Vega will be our pole star, actually, because you see, it's all a matter of here, if I can again, it's a matter of the tilt, you see. And if you actually, this is why I love stellarium, because you can even put on these lines here and see it here. See that? Let me take off atmosphere. Yeah. So see how close this is? Well, it's not that close, but in a few hundred years, it might be. 19,000 years ago, this was the our pole star. But anyways, that is an exploration for the future. Now, the presiding deity here, as I mentioned, is Lord Brahma in his evolved form, right? In his more mature, late stage form of Vidhata. Now, if you notice here, see the moon is near, I said, near Kritika, which is the Pleiades. And later in the day, the moon will be near Rohini, right? See, even Uranus is here near Rohini. Now, this combination of and by the way, this is a more Vedic concept, but the Rohini and Abhijeet, they are both badak, which means obstructions, or sort of like a pause where you have to sort of cross that obstruction. And I'm circling the moon here, but it could may as well be this one is the obstruction for this one, you know? So it's not necessary that only Rohini is the obstruction for for Abhijit. It's also Abhijit is the obstructor for Rohini. So this is very interesting because it's like you have the sun here in Abhijit, but you have the moon later in the day in Rohini. And they are both obstructions for each other, which is interesting what this means. Two luminaries, one representing the people, the masses, one representing the governments or, rulership, the sun. The other implication is moon is the mother, sun is the father. What does this mean? Is this like from a very archetypal physiological standpoint? This is inner divisiveness or inner sort of obstruction. But at the same time, if you notice the panchang of the day, right? The panchang said what? There are so many mixed energies here, right? There is there is Shani, time himself, right? Lakshmi, Bhadrakali. There's the prosperity, and there's the destroyer also. It's not destroyer, but like not she's not a bad girl, she's just a badass. Okay, you have again like a lot of very not creation destruction necessarily, but very you have sort of many sacred forces on this day. And amidst all that here, this is the key in my view, you have Ekadashi here, which is a great day for fasting, purification, truly emptying oneself. Yeah. And actually, if I move forward to 24th, that's way more powerful a day, in my opinion, energetically here, this day. Yeah, just look at this. Do you see what I see? Here we go. You have a full moon right here. You have a full moon, almost a full moon, not quite, almost a full moon. And what nakshatra would this one be in? Near Procyon. So let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, this is amazing. So this Castor and Pollux in Vedic lore is Punarvasu, which is the energy of Mother Aditi, the creator goddess, so to speak. The force that um, the force that fractalizes and refractalizes and makes patterns into patterns of everything. And that's a really amazing one to be in. So yeah, so this full moon is another super powerful day for like reinvention, and or more like spiritual reinvention. Now, all this that I'm saying, projecting into the heavens, please don't take that into any sort of worldly, planetary, mundane sort of quote unquote predictions. That's not where I'm going. I'm just expressing how to harness the energies of this day for your own, mind and soul health, really. So yeah, what I would do between the 20th and the 24th. And yeah, and let's see, I'm gonna stop sharing or go back to Zoom. I don't know how to do that. Let's see. All right. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing or what I'm even sharing at this point. But let's see, I don't know if you're able to see me even. But yeah, with that, I'll end this transmission. Thank you for listening, for watching. If you're still here, if you can still see me, I will probably on the 20th open a live, and I will do a Ask Me Anything live. And what this means is, yeah, if well, if I can figure out how to make this work, or I may make it work on my iPad itself, because that's a lot easier, I think. But yeah, I will do an Ask Me Anything live, free, of course. And you can ask me finance questions, astrology questions. If I know the answer, I will answer. If I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know, and I'll point you to someone who I think may know. Okay? Take care. Bye.